believe it or not, there are still some YouTubers here and there, some of them also maybe famous, if I can say so, that says that this car is just iconic, famous itself, and worthing a mention just because it was featured in the movie Le Mans, recorded in 1970 by Steve McQueen and the Solar Production movie company, and then published in 1971. For those YouTubers not enough prepared, this Porsche 917K, K stands for the German word kurz, short, was the version developed by Porsche, close to do a sort of bankruptcy scenario for the company itself. But thanks to this model, in 1970 finally Porsche entered forever in the Gotha of big manufacturers capable to win the 24 hours of Le Mans, 24 hours of Daytona, the 12 hours of Sebring, with a big model, with a big engine. Here was a 5 liters flat 12 engine, absolutely something special, that was doing a sort of double of the usual flat 6 known by Porsche on many other models, and not only flat 6. So thank you for voting this car in the poll present on our tiny iKeysRacing community channel. I am more than glad to try to master this beast for you and with you. So thank you for the votes on the poll. And what else? I think we can go on track, let other drivers and cars to score their lap times. We will try a single qualifying lap. Then we will race for 1 hour, 60 minutes, simulating 6 times more, like it was ish the duration, the lasting of the famous 1000 kilometers of Spa-Francorchamps back in the 60s and the 70s. So thank you again for watching the previous videos, for voting the polls. There are many others present already and coming. And so, just to leave our mark on motorsport history, this Porsche 917K was not just another model of Porsche, famous because of a movie made by a legend like Steve McQueen, but was the car that definitely put Porsche as a credible overall manufacturer in the top category of motorsport. This car actually won the 24 hours of Le Mans of 1970, 1971. There were anyway many versions, short with long tail and so on. The car then in 1981 has been raced again using the loophole of the set of books. There's a crash. Nice, thank you to the AI for doing it here. And I was saying that this car has been raced also at the beginning of the 80s. There is a special story that I will let in the comments and in the description of the video, just to bring you in some way where I am, with all the proudness and the enjoyment for something special that forever will remain special. And the 917K of 1970 was the first Porsche to win the first of 19 times the 24 hour of Le Mans. So really something definitely special, not only a car because of a movie, not only an icon because of a movie. Let's go in the pit lane and welcome back on iKeysRacing. See you there. So while we accelerate the timing, then we will go to see who will do what in the garage. I've prepared before a setup. Before showing it, I just remember you the 6 time daytime acceleration, the 6 times factor used here. editing the PLR user data. I will do a training short video very soon. 2 times the tire wear, 2 times the fuel usage. It is as you see, so technically there is, let's start from the left top corner. Well, we will need maybe 4 laps, not 3. Yes, let's do this. Maximum rev limit, 57% at the front from a brake bias setup. 4 is the maximum size for the brake duct system, so as soon as I caress the brake pedal, the car brakes very heavily. Is the way I like it. Nothing scientific, just personal choice. 27 degrees of steering lock, 6 degrees of caster, so front tires are put, here is the asphalt, are put more at the front of the front nose. Just the longer the wheelbase, the better the handling, especially at high speed. Here we will have just La Source hairpin at the end of the lap, the rest will be all flat out almost. Splitter could have been a 4 out of 4. I did choose 2. As for the rear wing, could have been a 6 maximum. I do prefer to have top speed. Toe in, tires at the front are put like this. When they rotate, they will open up and we will go easily straight, as well as the toe in for the rear axle, like this, rotating will become straight. For the qualification, I may be going to use a final gear ratio a bit shorter to have top speed, and who cares about the fuel. Differential 75% 3/4 blocked while pushing the throttle, 85% blocked while lifting the throttle. Why? The car has the tendency to swing with the rear end, so I did need something more stable. The closer you, the bigger the way you close the differential, less difference of speed between internal and external tire wheel, the better the handling and the less swing effect. As always with GTR2 Power and Glory, front end almost blocked at the maximum, just 2 notches down for fast bumpers, slow bumpers, fast rebounders, slow rebounders. Springs 80 Newton per millimeter was the maximum. I did choose 5 notches down less. Camber 0.9, 6 degrees of caster as seen. Ride height the 10.5, the minimum is 10.3. I don't care, I mean it's okay this way. Rear end all soft, also with springs, and that's it. This is the car setup. Because we are using a 2 times factor fuel usage, we will cover with 120 liters just 7 laps instead of 14 laps as a normal usage, and 22 minutes instead of 44. So we will have 2 pit stops, but the race strategy will follow after the qualification. Now, after 22 minutes, I wanted to see the Kinnunen Rodriguez P8 is the quickest Porsche 970 around now with 328. The other one not yet came out from the pit. Yes, Az and Hollywood Ops. So if you don't mind, let's go on track and let's put a possible quick lap time. Welcome on board. You should see all the usual data here and there. What is the cockpit is obviously something very raw compared to the 1970s, where technically there was not, sorry for my parrot, there was not a huge level of comfort, for sure less than nowadays. So we can maybe just fine-tune the position and then we can go on track. First gear. Let me spend also some words about the track. That is obviously here, the Rouge-Radillon section, we perfectly know nowadays, but back in the 70s the track, sorry, was absolutely something different. It was a 3 minutes and a half lap time in the woods using normal roads. Especially when it was raining, the track was absolutely a killing one, very dangerous, very lacking the sense of safety we know today. Here there is a crash also. Whoops. Beautiful indeed to be driven. Cold the tires, obviously. Oops, sorry. Another crash. Let's get rid of the GT. There is a Corvette Stingray mid-70s edition. There are 60 cars today to be driven. Driving here is dealing with death, especially in those days. And obviously the Spa-Francorchamps version we know today, it's much more safer and everything, but really back then was a game for heroes, honestly. Okay, here we are. The last corner is La Source, the hairpin. Bit out of the line, but swinging here and there more or less. We are on the nowadays Camel Straight. Obviously it's very different today. If you played the Grand Prix Legends by Papyrus, you know very well this track and how many times you had to swing here and there to actually be effectively quick. And sometimes it's not enough. Can you imagine when it rains? There. Another Corvette. Oops, rear end not complying with my low level of driving. Tiny lift to actually load the front end. Could have been a fourth gear here. A bit too wide. I'm losing the momentum. We will do another lap, don't worry. Seems easy because at the end you are flat out, but being flat out between 250 and 300k without wings properly made like they are made today, not actually a track where you go flat out for real. P13, 329. Oh, very bad. 2 wheels on the grass is not a good show of driving skills, sorry. But the nice thing of this mod, and kudos to who actually designed this mod, is that you don't have a stable car that works as you expect every time you lift the throttle or you push the brake pedal. Sorry for my parrot. The car is never stable like on a railway. You just have to, second by second, relearn its behavior. Could have changed down to third gear, I didn't. I'm 1 second slower than before. And with a slower car in the middle, not an easy task to improve the lap time. Nonetheless, plus top right corner plus 0.9. Almost killed myself. But let's try a last attempt just to see if I can learn a bit more the track. It's absolutely difficult. Driving something that is unpredictable, but it's so enjoyable that you can't imagine. So maybe now the thing is, I'm not going to improve anything, but at least you have seen an almost boring flat out racetrack that suddenly becomes quite demanding. Very demanding. And still I didn't harness a full lap time without mistakes. There's always something not going my way, but because of me, not because of the track or the car. And as I was saying, who designed the mod is absolutely, the team that designed the mod is absolutely, it's pure genius, reproducing this swinging effect always present. It reminds me the driving module of GT Legends, Grand Prix Legends, sorry. So you can't really be flat out and that's it. Much better. 2/10 is lower than our personal best did before. Maybe let's look for some more details on track using the headlights. Red line, Marco. Too much anticipation. Ooh, P4, 325. This is something. And maybe the quickest so far. Porsche 917K. Let's go in the main menu to see where we are. And yes, I would say this is quite something. Let's accelerate until the end, and if also the Halewood Hobbs Porsche 917 Kurz will come out from the pit lane. Just to give you an example on a challenge we will face today is first of all, top 3 positions are 3 liters prototypes, lighter and powerful enough. We are the first big boy for Porsche, 5 liter sports, but Bonnier Spurrier with a Lola T70 are quite better placed, 1 second quicker. The next Porsche 917 P13 Kinnunen Rodriguez, and the other missing is, as seen before, the Halewood Hobbs. All 3 Porsche 917 are made by the John Wyer Automotive Engineering company, so the team that made victorious this model. So far I'm more than happy to be, let me say, at the top of the performance for this car. Now, before the race, I think we can, the garage, to me it's okay. The only thing I would say is to actually refill the 120 liters for 7 laps, 22 minutes of coverage, the half of a normal usage. And another thing is I've used the modern compound, can be changed to hard slick, mid slick, soft slick, and let me say the intermediate if needed in case of rain, but obviously a modern compound maybe gives you more flexibility on playing all the cars, while instead you should choose within Power and Glory the possibility of different compounds typically oriented depending on the metrics between softness and hardness, years of usage, the type of developer, Dunlop, Firestone, Goodyear, and do your choice. Also obviously between 73 and 76 there is another algorithm mastering this possibility. Leaving away the tire guide, I would keep the setup as it is, so with just the fuel loaded. See you at the end of the session. We went down to P5 now. No, we were P5, sorry. We went down, let's see after 40 minutes what will happen, then we will go to race. Okie dokie, so dry condition. We go to the garage, we load the car setup seen before. There will be a 120 liters blah blah blah, yes, 2 pit stops, 3 stints, and I don't know why the modern compound is there. Fine, so let's have a look to the starting field in this sunny day at Spa-Francorchamps. As said, we start from P6. We will have something like 22 minutes, 7 laps coverage. I don't know if it is real or not. I don't know if we will use more fuel or less fuel. This is something outside my knowledge. We will discover it during a 1 hour race, 60 minutes, simulating 6 times more. We will start with daylight, possibly we will arrive to the checkered flag with sunny condition, night condition, or at least late evening condition. 60 cars slot filled, something incredible. I mean, incredible. Quite nice for a game old 20 years, more or less. And what else? There will be a fierce battle between Grand Tourers like the De Tomaso against the prototypes 2 liters like the Chevron B16 or the one powered by a rotary engine by Mazda. What else? Prototypes. I hope they will avoid the usual bug of going into the pit lane at the first lap. To avoid it anyway, I will skip the formation lap. And what else? I think nothing. Wish me luck. Maybe 2 pit stops needed. Will be almost a full throttle race, flat out. Then we will understand what to do with the strategy. So here you get a few meters before the green flag. It's green flag now. All the tires Marco remember. Good. Oh, what a start. Not bad for an old guy like me. I may be forcing too much with cold tires. Not the right decision. But P1. Kudos to the designers of this racetrack, reproducing maybe a more than updated version of the track coming from, I suppose, Grand Prix Legends, if you played it by Papyrus at the end of the 90s, or more recently with all the improvements and updates applied. Kudos to the designers of this fantastic mod, Le Mans 1970s. Quite an achievement. Give us the opportunity to drive things like this. It is almost scary, like a video game. I cannot imagine how it could be in real life. At 300k in the woods, with cars like these, back in the days. Better racing line, nonetheless, still, already 3.5 seconds advantage over Gallish Tomberlin with the Alfa Romeo T33, Courage de Adamic P3, Alfa Romeo T33, Bonnier Spur, don't remember the surname, the Lola T70. Arrival to la source, not really well managed, and I lose the rear end, sorry. Maybe breaking something. No. And I set also a quick lap time, incredibly enough, despite the mistake. Then, P5, Hollywood Hops, is the other Porsche 917K like this one. She's going with the full load of fuel. She's going everywhere. Then the P6, Brenna Redman, should be another Porsche but 908 Barchetta style, seen at Targa Florio for who has memories. The 7X Schetti is the Ferrari 512S, P8 Giunti Vaccarella, another Ferrari, as well as P9 Mersari Regazzoni. P10 Depaillage wheel is Amatra MS 650. This is the top 10 for prototypes category that we are leading for the moment with 20 liters used from 120 to 101 fuel bottom left corner after 5 minutes of race. So 5 minutes, 20 liters, 30 minutes, 120 liters more or less. So maybe, and I say maybe, we don't need 2 stints, sorry, 3 stints and 2 pit stops, but just, if we can save a bit of fuel, just 1 pit stop. Because we can maybe cover half of the race with just 1 full tank, and maybe costing a bit would be useful. We can use more the torque. Use the torque. Luke, use the torque. And the full power. High grabs. Maybe we'll stretch a bit. Also, I'm using for the first time the reverse effect of the force feedback, so I cannot leave the steering wheel even if I would like to do it in some phases, because when you apply the... what was that? A BMW? I don't know. I was saying that if you use the reverse effect for force feedback, car is always, sorry, the steering wheel is always biting the asphalt as a simulation. So it's quite interesting because you cannot drive with one hand, for example. It's very, if not risky, less under control than using instead the direct effect, not direct drive, but a normal effect just kicks in and actually turn the steering wheel. With a reverse effect, the steering wheel is always giving you a feedback, and it's quite an experience, something discovered just recently because I'm not playing like before a lot of time video games like before. Ten minutes gone, 40 liters used, so yes, from 120 to 80. So from a timing point of view, we should cover 30 minutes full. Not bad indeed. Could really be a strategy of just one pit stop, save so 2 minutes overall. Fastest lap, good. But Galli immediately beat me. They are 4 seconds now. So it looks like a lonely effort, but in reality there is a fight minute by minute. I'm not using anyway all the revs, especially in third and fourth gear. Just to be sure to save a bit. The same car as before, completely burning. So I said before, kudos to the designers, modders of this track, of this mod, that we combined with many GT cars coming from the Power and Glory era, and not only. Kudos to the real drivers, real marshals, real engineers back in the days. We start now the overlapped cars affair. We'll take no risks. I don't want to risk actually screw up the race for a stupid wrong passage or rookie mistake. Nice, Galli-Stommelen 17 seconds far, P2. We are facing maybe overlapped cars, I suppose. We have been quicker and maybe with a bit of luckiness added to avoid to lose too much time. 20 seconds almost now far. It's a good relaxing thing and almost a bit of relief for our leadership. And let me spend some words after overlapping the next one. Okay, almost lost the car. Well, first of all, I said during the introduction of this episode, there are some not well prepared people outside in the world. Tended to take this car as an icon just because it was featured in the movie Le Mans of Steve McQueen, recorded after the 24 hours of Le Mans and then published in 1971. This car is iconic because it's the first of 19 overall victories for Porsche at the 24 hours of Le Mans, and not only. We should also mention Sebring, Daytona and so on. Kilometers of the Nürburgring, Brands Hatch, Monza. The car itself was the first car to bring actually Porsche as a global manufacturer of cars capable to win for privateers, for works team or almost works teams like the John Wire we are driving today. Signed almost the bankruptcy for Porsche because after the homologation of 25 models as by a rulebook of this 917 model, there was not room for mistakes. And so in 1970 Porsche won the first of 19 victories at Le Mans, repeated 1 year after. And up to 1981, believe it or not, there was a 917 Racing, let's say remodified like a Group C. There is the link in the description of this video. Incredible longevity for this base. That technically was a set of tubes frame on which the flat 12 naturally aspirated 5 liters engine was mounted. The rest was a tank, 4 wheels and a steering wheel, obviously a bodywork. But the 917 was the final evolution for Porsche of long studies started in the mid-60s and at the end of the 60s, with previous models like the 906 for example, that were low liters capacity, around 2 liters as an average, just to say so, light compact bodywork, light compact chassis, Porsche won many in-class competitions at the top category, sport prototypes. There was still a match between Ferrari and Ford in the 60s, Jaguar in the 50s. Strangely enough, Porsche was almost always missing the last step as a manufacturer. And finally, sorry for the mistake, arrived the overall win in 1970-1971 with this model. And the tubes frame chassis skeleton was also considered dangerous at a certain stage. So the engineers found out that actually inflating with the gas the internal empty space of the tube frame chassis was the right thing to do, to always have under control the level of stress chassis of the car overall. So there was a gauge inside the cockpit telling the driver if the pressure of the tube frame set was still inflated enough or not. So an ingenious way to control the safetiness of the car, of the drivers and so on. A car sold also to privateers, capable actually to win overall races. A base for future models, because then Porsche returned in the mid-70s with prototypes actually placing full hands on the experience of the 916 model, that itself was in a way a natural evolution of previous studies about 908, 906 models and so on. Not only, but the aerodynamic effort back in the days was at we say for automotive. The automotive industry, aerodynamics were matters of pure aeronautic engineering. So here you had, let me say, one of the last stages about cars having mainly mechanical grip, and the aerodynamics were just forces applied to the upper bodywork of the chassis air forces were applied mainly on the bodywork of the car, not underneath. And this model 917K Kurz, that means short in German language, was actually a final stage between years where Porsche studied at Le Mans while racing on the Hunadier long straight. The effect of stability at high speed. Yes, they were already working with the wind tunnel. Yes, for sure. They were already contaminating automotive designs with things coming from aviation. But not enough with the knowledge of today. And so the huge problems of cars at high speed were finally mastered. By Porsche with this model. What are they doing here? Also lifting and coasting to do one more lap possibly. Well, with 1 minute of advantage. Maybe we can go to the pit now. I want to risk one more slow lap. Sorry for the bad braking zone. Because with 20 liters we should be in the condition to actually complete a lap. If I don't force too much this lap. So if the long tails cars, long heck, were the empiric tentative from many manufacturers to find out what was the issue about stability at high speed. Evolution after evolution, Porsche mastered it, and was anyway common to see long tails and short tails versions, maybe battling also together. At the same race, apart from Targa Florio, but at Daytona at Le Mans was not uncommon. And so here we are, June 1970, Porsche wins with a privateer, almost works. Team 24 Hours of Le Mans becomes absolutely a well-considered manufacturer like Ferrari, Jaguar, Ford, and so on. And from there, 19 overall wins in the top class of Le Mans. Definitely signed Porsche in the bright stars area of the sky. So who says that this car was just becoming an icon because it was featured in a beautiful movie, recorded, wanted, and filmed by Steve McQueen and Solar Production. Whoever says this silly thing is out of any reasonable knowledge and competence, because this car changed history forever. Yes, then the Gulf liveries, okay, everything played well, but it was really a very special car. Nowadays, rightly considered at the top of each class, absolutely. Oh, but okay, but here there is someone. Come on. You're making me lose the race. Come on. Oh my goodness, they are pitting now. I can't believe it. So while we wait a full service for the leading car, we are going to lose the leadership, but at least we will cover 28 minutes easily, maybe. So this was the reason why they were not accepting. So this is the reason why they were not accepting our pit booking. Okay, anyway, we will try to recover after this. There will be a 26 minutes race, so we will be covered by the fuel, I think. No problem with tires. So, major kudos to Porsche and to the model 917K. Read the history if you like, and you will find out why. Apart from this, kudos to the modders and the designers of this special set of cars. It is absolutely stunning. If you use the reverse effect of the force feedback, you actually feel the car always swinging here and there in this pure enjoyment. You also develop some muscles.
Careful on these new tyres and don't forget to warm the brakes up.
And what else? We should be close to the final moment of pit stop.
All clear. Go, go, go.
back at the wheel of a racing simulator. Now there will be also to catch Hans Hermann and Brian Redman, I think, driving two Porsches 908. But there are two cars actually braking the engine, blowing the engine. Sorry for my parrot, Blue. She is always singing after some time when she doesn't see me anymore. She's not actually playing video games with me. We have now... No, Marco, no. Stupid Marco. I was saying that my lovely parrot, Blue, Crimson Rosella female, is not actually playing video games with me, but she listens to my speech, so you will see in the next appointments from this one onwards her whistling here and there. But we have a race to win, two Porsches to catch, 20 seconds far the first one, almost 1 minute the second one. Now using all the revs and pushing like hell, at least to understand if they will pit again or not. Then the Shanty, before I don't know what kind of car is driving. The Furlant is an Spa-Francorchamps Ferrari 512 yellow colored private entry. Then what? Elwood Hobbs P6, our teammate with the same car, John Wire Engineering. P7. Harriet Weekends, I don't remember which car they are driving. Giunti Vaccarella P8. It's a Ferrari 512 long tail Codalunga. Back in P1, so they stopped, fine, so they can maybe crawl into the end. Good. 16 seconds far behind. There will be someone anyway. But maybe I can start to lift a bit. Here there is a car blowing the engine. Seconds over Brian Redman, so I can really relax a bit. So thank you for voting polls inside within iKeysRacing channel community and choosing this beast. Try the mode if you can. It's absolutely stunning. Maybe it's time for front headlights turned on, despite the flickering. If you want to avoid the flickering, with GTR2 Power and Glory just installed the Crew Chief package and the Vulcan something package. I will do it for future episodes. It will add the flat spot if you brake too hard. It will add a better radio communication. With your engineer, even if back in the 70s there was not actually a race engineer via radio available. And sometimes to me this is actually, sorry for this long token drive, sometimes to me is almost the missing part about the simulation, because we tend to have different modes for different usage, and when they are themed about the past, as you can see on screen, every corner is filled with informations: tires temperatures, tires wearing, classification positions. But in reality, it was all up to the drivers about the feeling, about the strategy, a strategy that couldn't be discussed via radio. We just had to rely on previous, let me say, agreements. If something happens, you do this, you do that. So in the past, it was like this. You could rely only on your feelings, only on an updated sign exposed when you passed the start-finish line, close to the boxes, pit boxes. But they were updated the lap before. So you couldn't have more than a lamp advising you maybe you are running on the reserve of the tank. You are just feeling the car with your back, your senses. We tended to pass everybody just to be sure that you were in front of everybody if you passed everybody. But you didn't know anything else. It was just guessing, instinct. drivers good attitude between each other, not like this. Ooh, bad action actually, choosing the first gear too early. We didn't know how much time was elapsed. We just had your position, the advantage over the car following, or the car you were following. And maybe, like Derek Bell said, you slightly tended to talk to your car, doing some pat-pat on the steering wheel, on the cockpit. Now, being the leader with 1 minute of advantage, I'm not forcing any pass, as you can see. Because I knew it could have been like this sooner or later. The car is just broken from an aerodynamic point of view. Let's get rid of us in the middle of the road as soon as possible before being hit by someone. Sometimes the AI behaves strangely like this, so they actually brake in front of you, but like for every rule book of motorsport, if you follow, you must have under control the situation, so you cannot blame the one in front of you. You must actually control. What are you doing? Also thinking ahead in front of you. So as soon as I reach again the Ferrari number 7, we'll try to put them out of the race. I'm joking. It's still 1 minute of advantage. I don't want to screw up the race. Plus we have 70 liters of fuel should be enough for 15 minutes, 20 minutes. So apart from the start today, not really a direct fight with other cars. It's just running smoothly, avoiding crashes, apart from one with a rookie mistake. So far, a best lap time, I must say. Top right corner in violet, fuchsia, whatever. Pink. There is our sign. today's race, also from a performance point of view. And 16-17 seconds over Harriet Weekends. So maybe I can shut up and I can enjoy these 2, 3, maybe 4 laps of Spa-Francorchamps old edition, 1967 edition. Also with the golden hour in the sky. Today the Ferraris are tempting the mafia style to kill us on the road. Sorry for the first big pass, but I will start to follow the two Ferraris. Minutes to go. Should be 2 laps and a half. 1 lap and a half. This section reminds me Maison Blanche a bit, old version of Le Mans. Stupid Marco. Okay, just aerodynamics issues. Bad line, almost lost the car. Obviously on iKeysRacing community on our channel there is still a set of polls to be voted with the usual "you choose or drive" theme that I like very much. It's a pleasure, an honor, and really a special gift from you being suggested on what to drive. I will try to do it as much as possible. I do like the idea of having a community channel, not just myself playing video games and recording them. That exit, but should be the last lap for this race, largely dominated, I would say, this time. couldn't hope for a better ending of my self-thought at the wheel of a racing simulator once more after quite a while. One minute to go, and then we will cross the finish line as the winners for today, maybe, eh? Bit of rally style today. My mother says that I'm very lucky, but I do think that every time I assume something before it has happened, I always screw up things within video games, personal life, relationships, work environment, gym, whatever. Sorry, but I did want to close the gap with also the Ferrari number 8, given things happened in this race. It was not necessary, but was a chapter to be afforded, and believe it or not, we win the 1000 kilometers of Spa-Francorchamps. Oops, and we are dead. Fine, but at least the race should be over, possibly, even if we are flying in the sky like a rocket. Good, maybe we can accelerate the time. We will not go back to the box, to our pit.
You're driving the wrong way. Turn the car around.
And we've been disqualified. I can't believe it. Yes, because of the no way. Okay, we have won the race. If you don't mind, I will do a sort of let me say manual gentleman agreement. So we cross the line as winners, and that will be period. So we are P1. Second is Harriet Wiki with the Porsche 2.5 liters prototype, the 907. Brian Redman with the Barchettas together with Hans Hermann. So second, third, fourth. Fifth is Elwood Hobbs with the Porsche 917K, our teammate. Sixth, Courage de Adamic Alfa Romeo T33. Seventh, Merzario Regazzoni Ferrari 512 CL, Kinnan Rodriguez P8 Porsche 917, Giunti Vaccarella P9 with another Ferrari 512S, Hans-Dieter Deschamps, I suppose, a Porsche 908, prototype 3 liter. That's it. Then let's go to get group 2, 3, 4, etc. cars, sorry. Eseman Kester, group 2 BMW 3.0 CSL, Hax, group 4 Porsche 911 for GT category, we are reading. Galimberti Goffredi, group 4 De Tomaso Pantera, Chassel Vinatier, De Tomaso Pantera, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, fifth, Müller Van Lennep, Porsche 911 Carrera RSR, sixth, another De Tomaso Pantera, with Kosher Müller, seventh, Chassel Greg, Porsche 911 Carrera RSR 2.8, P8 for Delbar van der Schreck, with another Porsche 911. With the balance of presence, the next 5 races will be without Porsche, I can tell you. Tom Hamilton, P9, Group 3 Shelby GT 350, Al Kostner, Ford Mustang Boss 302, and now we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and that's it. Okay, these are the 10 first positions for GT. 10 first position with us for the prototypes, despite this being disqualified. After 1 hour and 3 minutes, was a bit less. We did our job well done. So from the current, actual, old classification, this one on screen, we move to the next one, this one, and will be the starting point for the next races. Will be 12, 13, 14, 4 more episodes for this around the world in 24 hours that maybe I will succeed to finish before the end of year 2024, while it was supposed to be finished by the end of the previous year. Sorry, and I apologize for this, but as you know, I tend to upload less and less and less recently, because my life has changed quite a bit. So anyway, thank you very much. Obrigado. Muchas gracias. Dankeschön. Merci beaucoup. Grazie. Arigato. Spasiba for watching another video on our tiny community. But nonetheless, thank you very much. Thank you very much for subscribing to the new arrivals and pushing the like button to help ourselves to grow more and more. I don't know what will come after this episode. What is next is still to be found out from a free time point of view of my life, but will be for sure a You Choose I Drive theme, like currently is still open in the community page. So again, thank you very much. Stay very well. Best wishes to you all, and see you very soon. Bye bye. Stay well. Best for you. Ciao. Thank you very much. Bye bye.